Novak has security with him.
Focusers don't travel with bodyguards. You'll be alone.
Heinrich, look. Maybe she's with him.
Then that will be her misfortune. Get ready.
Mr. Novak, Jesse Williams, Les Carter's producer.
This is making me sick. You don't mind? I'm trying to work here. Do you mind?
Oh, I'm sorry. Not at all, Nick.
Tell you, it's not the robots running back and forth, knocking the phone off the table every 5 minutes. It's this new game of Murray's. Bump the box.
Beat the box.
Bump, beat. Who cares? Who wants an electronic game around to bust you every time you're lying? I'm telling you, even if it gets on the market, it's going to ruin marriages coast to coast. It's going to ruin them.
Well, that's the point. You know, you got a point there.
Circuit cards, anyone? Listen, guys, this is really exciting. That thing is still going strong. Listen, what do you say we play a few circuit cards, 2 or 3 before breakfast? What do you say?
No, Murray.
Just one, maybe?
No, Murray. I don't want that box to tell me every time I'm lying. I mean, it's bad enough that I can never even fool my mother. This thing is really starting to get to me. I can't take it anymore. I really had it.
I thought you liked my game.
Well, I do, but it's just...
Murray, come here for a second. Murray, it's not that Nick doesn't like your game. He likes your game a lot. He thinks it's swell. It's just that your game has been on for 2 days, Murray.
Well,
2 days is a long time, and anybody says anything even remotely untrue, that dumb box buzzes, Murray. You know, now, obviously for me, it's not a problem because I don't lie. But...
Oh, yeah? How about that nurse in Da Nang? You told her that you had malaria, so she'd hold your head. You remember that?
That was a white lie.
What do you mean a white lie? What's the difference?
Wait a minute, guys. Listen, I'm sorry to interrupt here, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to keep that on for at least, I don't know, 6 hours.
Oh.
No, but you see, I got to test the circuits. And those guys at MCAI, which is Modem Chip Analog International, they're very tough. And they expect a prototype game that's not going to malfunction. Now, my scientific credibility is on the line here.
See? You're lying, Murray. It busted you. The thing bites the hand that built it.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, listen, why don't we just go play this new circuit card that I invented? I mean, it's a really good one. You're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to take your mind off it. It's going to cheer you up, huh? Come on, I promise. Come on, guys. It's really boss and bodacious. Come on.
Murray, you gotta be kidding. Do you really need all this stuff just to play a new card game?
Well, it's a murder mystery, so it's kind of complicated. But it's really boss. This is the circuit card that I was working on. I call this one The Case of the Upside-Down Modem Chip Kip Relay Murder. Pretty neat, huh?
It's a hot title, Murray. I love it.
Oh, that was a fib, Nick. No fibbing.
No, I wasn't lying. I wasn't. Will you tell it?
Oh, no, you see, you can't beat the box. You see, it works on the stress of your voice. Now, when you lie, your voice produces stress. Now, the human ear can't pick that up, but the box has built-in automatic stress evaluators in it, and it never misses.
Well, bully for it. You know, we ought to take up a collection and send it to seminary school.
Oh, well, thank heavens. We're gonna have to put this fun moment off. Come aboard.
Hi.
Hi, come on in.
I'm looking for the Riptide Detective Agency.
Well, this is it. My name is Nick Ryder. I love that dress. It's very nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is my sidekick, Cody Allen.
How do you do?
Hi. And this is our electronics expert, Dr. Murray Basinski.
Oh, hi.
Pleased to meet you.
You too.
I'm Jessie Wells. I produce Les Carter's show on Channel 6.
Oh, Les Carter, yeah, I like him. So you say you work for Les Carter?
Listen, you don't have to be polite. I admit he does have a pretty abrasive personality, but once you get to know him, he can be different.
Yeah, I'm sure he can.
What is that?
It's nothing.
Actually, it's a little thing that I'm...
It's just an electronic prototype that the good doctor here is testing.
Oh. Well, listen, Miss Williams, what is it that you wanted to talk to us
Here,
about?
why don't you have a seat?
Thank you.
Please, please.
Well, I'm afraid that I have a problem with one of the guests that's scheduled for tonight's show. Yesterday, when I picked him up at the airport, someone tried to kill him.
Did you go to the police?
Oh, no, Les doesn't want the police involved in this. Look, nothing illegal is going on, if that's what you think. It's just the way Les is. He's a journalist, you know. With journalists, the story comes first.
Even at the expense of somebody's life?
Sounds like Les is my kind of guy.
Look, who is the guest? Is he somebody very controversial?
He's just an author, as far as I can tell. His name is Carl Novak. He wrote God in the Boardroom.
I think I know who this Carl Novak is. He used to work for a weapons manufacturer, Colin Davis Company, right?
Look, I'm really in a jam. This Novak thing, it's my responsibility. Les is not letting me forget it. I'd appreciate it if you guys would just come to the station and meet Les. Believe me, we'll make it worth your while.
Well, in that case, we can go right now.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah. Absolutely no, Manny. That stock's falling out of bed, man. Don't give me a shoe Here's your shine. water, Mr. Carter. Yeah, come on in. Manny. Just sell the stock, okay? Ciao.
Les, these are the guys from the detective agency.
Oh, really? You must be kidding. I always thought private investigators wore trench coats and had trench foot.
That's very funny, Mr. Carter. Actually, I've always been a big fan of yours, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Did you catch my piece with Monacum Bacon?
Well, actually, no.
I'm up for Peabody for that one, you know.
Really?
Yeah. The part that I love the best is when I said to him, no, seriously, Monac, don't you think you guys sort of rushed into that country a little uninvited? And what did you expect the Arabs to do? Throw you a party and give you a ceremonial camel?
Camel, that's funny, isn't it?
You like that, huh?
Yes.
That's good. That's go for the throat journalism, you see? Just stir them up a little bit and you see what happens. That's my style. Either love me or you hate me. Are you about done here?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So, Les, you're going to tell these guys why you hired them?
Yeah, I want to tell the guys why I hired them. But I want to tell you something first. You know, you almost screwed this thing up before we even got started. So I'm going to take over from here on in. You stay here in the office. You guys, you come with me. Now, did Jessie tell you about the problem with tonight's guest?
Well, she said somebody tried to kill him, and for some reason you don't want the cops in on this.
Novak's a good guy, but he gets himself in a little jam sometimes. I think the Vegas mob's after him for some unpaid gambling debts or something. Anyway, if I call the cops in, I'm liable to wind up without my guest tonight.
Wait a minute, I don't understand. What do you want us to do?
I want you to pick him up. Now, we got him stashed in an apartment by the ocean. I want you to escort him here and make sure nothing happens to him. And I'll pay you $1,000.
Escort him for $1,000?
Okay, make it $1,500. Here's Carl Novak's address. You pick him up, bring him here for $1,500. That's the deal.
Wait a minute, you want us to pick him up right now?
Do I look like the kind of guy who likes to be kept waiting?
No.
Well, then go on, do it. Get going.
He's going, right?
Yeah, $1,500, huh?
Well, I guess he was right. He certainly does have his own style.
Yeah, you either love him or hate him.
That's an easy decision for me to make. $1,500 I can tolerate.
Yeah, that's true. See, I wonder what this Carl Novak guy's gonna be like.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 4.
1505. This must be it.
What's that singing? You hear that?
That's Hickory Dickory Dock.
Is that Novak singing?
Well, this is room 1505. If it's his room, it's got to be him.
Struck 5. The mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory. Mary had a little lamb.
Mr. Novak?
There were 30 of them. Good Americans, all dead.
Mr. Novak, can we talk to you?
They were damn fine men, and I should
Oh
How come it is that every time somebody dies in this town or some big case goes down, I get you 3 sausage salesmen to contend with?
Well, sir,
Forget I asked that. Forget it. I don't want nothing out of you guys except the name of the man you're working for.
we can't give you that information unless our client releases us.
Is it true? It was Novak?
Jesse.
Who's this?
Sit down here for a second.
Yeah, relax, please. Just take some deep breaths, okay?
Hey, Basinski, this ain't no yoga class. Who's the broad, your client?
No, she knew Novak.
What happened?
What happened? Your friend shot himself up with too much dope. Freaked out and did a swan dive over the balcony. That's what happened.
Now, wait a minute. You don't know that that's...
What am I supposed to tell Les?
Let me tell you something, you 3. If you don't start answering some questions right away, I'm gonna bust you now.
Lieutenant, now listen to me for a second, okay? Why don't you just let us out of here? We'll go check with our client. He's a reasonable guy.
More or less.
Right, more or less. And then if he says it's okay, we'll give you everything we got, all right?
Well,
Okay. You go to see your employer, you get him to sign you off. Then you bust your butts back here to King Harbor. Because I want to know this whole story. You don't comply, you're in jail. Now get the hell out of here.
I don't believe it. First the attack at the airport, now this.
Carl Novak must have run up some awfully big gambling debts.
I don't know, Murray. Somehow I think there's a lot more at stake than gambling debts.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God, that's him.
Where?
That's the guy from the airport.
I'll get the juice. Those hola vecinas, go! Get out of here!
Are you crazy? Are you okay? Hey, it wasn't my fault. The guy came out of nowhere.
sorry, forget. Yeah, you were right. This involves more than gambling debts.
Les, please, you've got to come out. I've got to have some answers. I can't direct your show if you won't talk to me.
Go away! Come back when the tuxedo gets here from Western Costume.
Western costume?
What's the problem?
Jesse, you gotta do something. He says get a combo in, and he wants to wear a tuxedo and sing a song. I've never seen him like this.
All right, Dave, I'll handle it. Just for right now, don't plan on doing the Carl Novak interview tonight.
What?
I'll explain it later.
Jesse, you got Carl Novak? Did you book the combo? What the hell is going on here? I'm still running this show. I want these things done. I'm not kidding, Jesse. Now get going.
Les, what is wrong with you? You're acting like an idiot.
An idiot? Nobody calls Les Carter an idiot. You're fired. You got me fired. Hey, you, with the glasses. Yeah, you. You're my new producer. Get me some coffee. Who are these people?
Don't you remember these are the detectives you hired?
Oh, yeah, get inside. Not you. Until I change my mind, you're still fired. Where in the hell is Carl Novak?
He's dead, Mr. Carter.
You're joking me.
No, I'm not. When we got there, he was running around the room screaming about 30 dead men. Then he started singing a nursery rhyme, and then he dove out a 15-story window before we could get to him.
Yeah, and guess who happened to be hanging around the hotel, Les? Same guy who made the attack on Jesse at the airport.
Well, if it wasn't so ugly, it'd almost be beautiful.
Oh, Mr. Carr, there's another little thing. The car had a Cullen Davis guest parking sticker on the windshield. I got a pretty good look at it.
Yeah, Cullen Davis is the name of the company where Carl used to work.
Oh, General Do-Right strikes again, huh?
He does? Who's General Do-Right?
Mr. Carter, what was Carl Novak going to talk about on your program?
It's in the cab, man.
Mr. Carter, we're going to have to tell the police about your involvement here.
No, no police, never. This is my exclusive. You understand me? My scoop. It's a big story, too.
Mr. Carter, listen.
My tuxedo here yet, baby?
Mr. Carter?
Where's the combo?
You don't seem to understand.
Listen to me!
I'm trying to tell you.
Will you blow out your gallbladder?
Fine, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And when the cops ask us what we know, we're gonna tell them. And then they're gonna come and talk directly to you. And you can sing for them personally, pal. Come on, we're
Wait, where do you think you're going?
Home, Mr. Carter, home. We quit.
Let's go, Murray. Let's go.
You don't quit. Nobody quits, Les Carter. He fires him. You're fired! Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb.
Hey, look at this.
Little lamb, it's in the can.
Hey, Jesse. Jesse, are you all right?
Listen, Jesse, if you ask me, I think getting fired is the best thing that could have happened to you. It must have been horrible working for a tyrant like that guy.
Les can't fire me. That's up to the network.
Even so, Jesse, he treats you very badly. Why do you want to stay here?
Because I like my job. I usually like Les. Something is really wrong. Something has happened to Les. I really think he could be in a lot of danger.
Well, maybe he is in danger, but we can't help him unless he helps us, don't you see?
How much do you know about this Novak business? Do you have any idea what he was going to tell Les in the interview tonight?
All I know is that Les got together with Carl Novak at his hideaway outside of town a couple of weeks ago. And since then, he's been on cloud 9 about this interview.
Gee, I wonder what sort of information this Novak guy would have had that it could have gotten him killed.
According to Les in there, General Do-Right did it, whoever the hell that is.
Wait a minute, this is the Cullen Davis outfit we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the president of Cullen Davis, isn't that a guy named General Thomas Walker?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, right, the war hero.
So why would General Thomas Walker want to kill Carl Novak?
I think that Carl Novak was fired from Cullen Davis. Maybe that's got something to do with it.
Okay, look, at least we got something to tell Lieutenant Quinlan.
Don't go to the police, please.
Jesse, we've got to go to the police. If we don't tell them what's going on, they could bust us for withholding information.
I'm sure you guys think he's just a jerk, but I know Les. The bottom line is he's an excellent journalist and he really cares about telling the truth. If you can't believe him, believe me. This interview with Novak was one of the most important interviews of his career. Can't you help him find out what happened before you go to the police?
Well, I guess Quinlan said we had a few hours, right, guys?
Yeah, we can finesse a couple hours.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good.
Thanks. Don't know how much this means to me. Thanks.
Hey, wait a minute, guys. Isn't that Beat the Box? Somebody must be on board the boat.
Yeah, lying a lot.
Listen to that thing beeping every 5 seconds. Nobody can lie that much.
And this is where I spend my weekends when I'm in town.
Why is that box beeping?
That's a good question. Anyway, when my real estate deal investment closes, I'll be buying something much bigger than this tub.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. Hi, Dooley.
Hey, what's going on here? You haven't touched anything, have you?
Me? No. These guys are my staff. Listen, look, it's really great to see you guys, but look, we'll be leaving now so you can clean up.
What is that?
Oh, well, actually, it's kind of a little invention of mine.
It's a lie detector. And it beeps every time somebody lies.
I think I'll just go home and enjoy a nice game of solitaire. Excuse me.
Gina, no, wait, Gina, solitaire. Gina, wait a minute. Gina. I'll deal with you guys.
Should we get back to the case?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
What are we going to do down there?
We're probably going to try and find out why General Walker fired Novak from Cullen Davis, because that's what the interview was going to be about.
Nothing seems to be working, like trying to get into Fort Knox.
There's nothing you can do?
Well, I'd have to access a computer on the premises, and I don't know where to even begin. I mean, Cullen Davis is an enormous compound with a lot of different companies.
Murray, why don't you just find out what the other companies are? Maybe that'll give us an idea.
Well, I guess I could access the list of New York Stock Exchange companies that Cullen Davis either owns or recently acquired. Let me see here. All right, here we go.
Hey, Murray, DynaGame. Isn't that the company you sold Bowser and the brick bats to?
Worst mistake of my life. It was like dancing with Godzilla. I'll tell you, they cheat you on net profit statements. They've been holding my royalties for over a year. There's no way I would ever want to do business with DynaGame again. Never. I mean, not only did... Guys?
I think it's perfect. What do you think, huh?
What's going on
It's an
here?
awfully good way to get in there.
I mean, I think they'd kill for another Brzezinski special, don't you?
It, yeah.
Wait a minute, what are you guys talking about, huh? Hey, wait a minute. You guys are not seriously suggesting that I sell Beat the Box to those pirates, are you?
Well, not sell, Murray. Pretend to sell.
Murray, let me put it another way. We've got to get into a Cullen Davis computer, right?
But why do you need Murray's machine to do that?
Well, because while Cody and I are negotiating for the game at DynaGame, Murray gets to a terminal to access the employee record on Carl Novak.
Yeah, but I don't want to sell this game to DynaGame. Those guys are a bunch of barracudas.
What do you suggest?
Kill you for
have a
your
better
what?
idea, Murray?
All right, you win. But you gotta promise me something. no matter what happens, you will not sell this game to DynaGame. You gotta promise me.
Well, Murray, in the real world, it's impossible to deal with absolute promises.
Look, Murray, it's not that it's impossible. It's just that we got to play it as it goes, you know? See what develops. Right, yeah, and we just got to take it in a business-like, logical fashion and accommodate the results as best we can.
Yeah, and try real hard not to sell Beat the Box. Well, if it's at all possible.
Murray, we're going to do the best we can, okay?
I think Dooley short-circuited that thing out.
Sir?
Murray Basinski to see Matty Muscle.
The Dynatech building is your first one on the left, sir.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay, Murray. Suppose we buy this little monstrosity. Are you gonna hire a bunch of lawyers like you did the last time and sue us?
Oh, come on, Matty. I mean, you guys held my royalty checks for over a year. You put all the R&D cost overruns in the overhead account of Bozzer and the brickbats. You know how much royalty I got on the biggest selling game of 1983? Look, I got the check right here. $56.43. That's ridiculous, Matty.
Murray, our accounting department does not lie. Murray, look, the computer game business is at El Rocco Bottom O. But I won't fool you here. We like this little talking box.
Well, the box doesn't talk, Matty. It busts you when you lie.
Murray, could you turn us off, please? Look, I'll tell you what. I'll take a chance. We could talk about a deal here. I like the box. Yes, it's a dandy little box.
Well, as Murray's representatives, perhaps we could go someplace and discuss the terms of this sale. Now, Murray, why don't you stay here and be a good little genius while Matty, my associate, and I cut this deal up. What do you say, boys?
Excellent.
Marvelous idea.
Excuse me. He's a wonderful inventor, but like so many of these boy geniuses, he has no understanding of the problems of high finance in the game business.
Listen, Mr. Moss, again, we understand each other now. We are absolutely on the same page here. Now, we've been handling Mr. Basinski's accounts for over a year. He has absolutely no idea of all the large development costs that are involved. We know that.
Hey, I like you guys. Call me Moss. Or Mossy.
Mossy.
Mossy's good.
Come on, Matty. What'd you do with that access code? You son of a gun. Thank you, Mossy.
Just have to use our own money to upgrade it. I will not have American aviators in substandard aircraft built by Cullen Davis. That's it. Meeting adjourned. Could I see you a minute, Brock? Someone's trying to access the computer on Carl Novak. They're using one of the terminals in DynaGame. Check it out.
I'll run it past the boys upstairs, but as far as I'm concerned, we got a verbal deal. And that is as good as a contract in a court.
Right. Matty, deal? What do you mean a deal? What are you talking
wait till you hear what we got you, Murray. We got you a great deal.
Yeah. Wait a minute, you sold my game?
beat the box?
And I expect the prototype and the design plans in my office Monday morning, 9 o'clock sharp.
You got it,
Wait a minute.
Murray, Monday morning, 9
Make a
o'clock
deal?
sharp.
No,
Murray.
wait,
Come
you
on,
sold
just
the
get in
game?
car, will you?
I can't believe you sold the game.
Explain it all to you.
You sold the game. Matty!
Murray, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it, but my game.
Murray, what did you get?
Oh, I don't know. I only accessed the computer for a nanosecond, but I did something kind of interesting, actually, though. I had all the information speed-fed along the phone lines back to my computer at King Harbor. It's all going to be there when I get back.
All right, that's great. Great.
Yeah, but my game, guys. You sold my game, and you promised me you weren't going to sell it. You promised.
No, we didn't.
Is he talking to us?
Yes.
Out of the car, please.
Hey, what's going on here?
Get into the helicopter.
Listen, I don't mean to be a heckler, but technically, isn't this a kidnapping?
Into the helicopter. Quick.
I think I can explain the 30 men he was talking about. I was a colonel in Vietnam, recon assignment. We were to take 2 squads, 30 men, and check out the enemy's position up the Wan Ki River. Now, we knew Charlie was up there because we'd already lost 1 patrol. I was leading this patrol, and Carl was with me.
What happened?
Well, about 10 miles up the river, we ran into a firefight. We got pinned down in a rice paddy, and we lost 15 men in that field. I took one in the thigh, and Carl carried me out. We ran into fire again on the river bank, and this time we lost everybody. Carl held me in his arms in a mud hole for 6 hours, and then he carried me back. I put him in for a Silver Star. Those 30 men are the 30 men he was talking about. He never got over it.
So why would you want to fire a guy who saved your life, General?
Did you men ever serve?
Yes, sir, we all did.
So you're soldiers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I can expect you not to repeat anything I tell you.
Well, sir, I think that depends on what it is.
Well, what it is a story of one heroic man whose mind was eaten away by pain and guilt.
You're talking about Carl, sir?
That's right. He never got over that mission. About a year ago, he began to unravel. He got very strange toward the end. So I had to do the hardest thing I've ever had to do. In order to protect the important military contracts we have here, I had to fire a man who not only saved my life, but also was a brilliant coworker.
Well, sir, maybe that's what pushed him over the edge.
Since I heard about his death this morning, that thought hasn't left my mind. There are times, late at night, when I think those 30 soldiers might push me over. I can hear them screaming, just like Carl did. We all do the best we can.
Thank you, General. We appreciate your candor in this matter.
It's the best I could do for Carl. I owed him this one.
Thank you, sir.
Why don't I drive you gentlemen to your car?
Thanks.
Let me hold it. I
feel very honored to have met you, sir, and I've got to admit that prior to coming here today, we felt that maybe you had something to do with Carl's death.
Oh, I'm glad you did. It gave me the opportunity to prove that I had nothing to do with his death. What's happening?
Just it must have a short in it, I guess.
A transistor probably gotten bad.
Oh, I see. Well, nice knowing you, soldiers.
Thank you.
Stay alert for America.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, he was one very convincing liar.
I wonder what really happened to those 30 men.
Hi, you guys. You have something to show me?
Yes, Novak's personnel file.
When you read it, you can find out that Novak quit killing Davis. He wasn't fired.
And not only that, but the routine security clearance exam they gave him showed that he was totally sane when he left that company.
I don't get it.
Well, we thought Les could fill us in on that one.
Look, it's in my contract. I can do anything I want.
Les, come on. Please, don't do this. You do this, you'll be a laughing stock.
Merv Griffin sings, Mike Douglas sings, I can sing.
They're entertainers. You're a newsman. We're 15 seconds from air. Please, I gotta make a decision.
There is no decision to make. Now let's get going, all right? Showtime!
Okay, Les, you win. You're on the air.
Hi, I'm Les Carter, and this is the Headline Hour, live from Los Angeles. Today is Mom's birthday, and I want to do something. Mom, you're going to remember this. Remember when I was a little kid and I was sitting in my bed and with the little blue lambs that used to jump over those little moons that had faces on them? And we used to sing this. 3 blind mice, hit it, guys! 3 blind mice! 3 blind mice! 3 blind mice! See how they run!
Some nursery rhymes just like Carl Novak.
See how they run! They all run after the...
Oh my God, Dave, you gotta stop this.
You're right. Go to standby.
3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run.
All right.
It's Mama's birthday.
Excuse me, can we give
I
Mr.
want
Carter
to sing
some
her a song.
please?
Please, let me go, Mama. Mama.
You all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine, man. That guy's gone. Listen, we got to go to Quinlan.
Now, what is it with the nursery homes?
I don't know.
Wait a minute, guys. Isn't that the water guy? But they really are on the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right, Murray. They give pretty steady service. They were at his office.
Hey, what do you want to bet that whatever got into Les is in that water bottle? This guy's trying to get rid of the evidence.
making a citizen's arrest for attempted murder.
Hey, easy. Put your hand.
We are foreign agents from the East German consulate. We have diplomatic immunity.
Are they just going to let him go?
Well, it's international law. I mean, it's hard to believe, but agents holding diplomatic passports can't be arrested for any charge. That includes homicide.
Murray, these guys are running around L.A., they're pumping who knows what into people, and they just walk out of here like that.
It's not right.
Man, can you believe it? Those guys are gonna walk out of here.
Lieutenant, did you run the water sample from the bottle in Carter's office?
Yeah, it's gonna take days to find out what that stuff really does.
Oh, I can tell you what it does, Lieutenant. It attacks the frontal lobes of the brain.
Oh, wait a minute. Everybody be quiet. The genius speaks.
Why don't you listen to it? Wait a minute. You know, I happen to know something about chemistry and brain development, Lieutenant. You know, you don't create a robot's mind without first studying the human brain for hours and hours.
Well, excuse me.
Right, I don't know what this drug is, but I certainly know what it does. It attacks the area of the brain where childhood memories are stored, which explains why Novak and Carter were singing nursery rhymes. Now, my guess is that once it hangs on to you, it never lets go.
Oh, by the way, time's up on our deal. Either the three of you tell me who you're working for, or you're spending the night right here in jail.
Les Carter.
Les Carter. Oh, that's great. I get to go down to the lollipop ward and take a statement from a guy singing nursery rhymes.
Lieutenant, it all ties into the Cullen Davis Corporation and General Thomas Walker, and we know that.
You think General Thomas Walker is involved in this? You think one of America's greatest war heroes is involved with East German assassins? You know, you guys, I love it. Well, what's the punchline?
To keep his pants up, okay? Now, can we get out of here?
Yeah, go.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Jesse? I thought you were at the hospital with Les.
I was.
How's Les doing?
I stayed with him as long as I could, but the doctors finally had to move him to another room because he was yelling so much.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then when they finally sedated him, I just had to leave. I just couldn't stand seeing him that way.
Well, is he going to be okay?
They don't know. That depends on how much of the drug got in his system.
Listen, Jesse, we're doing all we can, you know?
I know you are, Murray. You guys have been really wonderful, but there's just nothing that you can do to stop what the press is going to do to Les when this story comes out. I mean, it's just such a shame, you know? There was so much more to know about him.
Tell us about that, Jesse. Tell us about the Les Carter that you know.
I'll tell you anything I can.
Well, mainly what we're trying to figure out is things that don't seem to make any sense. I mean, why would East Germans need to drug Les Carter?
Especially if they got to Carl before the show. You see, it seems to me that the situation was already contained.
You know, maybe Carter made an interview with Novak already. I mean, some kind of preliminary interview, and they wanted to scramble Carter's memory of it.
Wait a minute. Les kept saying it's in the can, it's in the can. Isn't that, what does that mean? Doesn't it mean that it's done or something?
That means the show is done. That means the film is in the can.
Well, then the real question is, where is this preliminary interview? I mean, where do we find this tape?
Do you know, about 2 weeks ago, Les had me pick up some beta video equipment and have it delivered to his place outside of town.
Well, if that's where he did it, maybe it's still there.
That's possible. I know he has this extensive coin collection in a safe in the basement. But nobody can get into that safe. It's burglar-proof.
No safe is burglar-proof.
General, you will understand. We have been instructed not to leave our embassy until the plane leaves tomorrow.
And your bosses in East Berlin? How will they feel when I refuse to send the breeder reactor parts to them in Argentina? I understand your whole nuclear weapons program depends on those.
Yeah.
Now you listen to me. I want you to bring me that safe, and I want you to bring it to me unopened. And if it has been opened, I'll know it, and I'll have both your lives for it.
I'm coming up on Carter's place now. Take a look down there, Jesse.
It's the house at the end of the cul-de-sac.
Here, good. It's
Let me give you a hand. Yeah.
What do you think, Murray?
This thing will take hours to get into.
It's only going to take a few minutes this way.
Look out.
Stand back, kids.
Watch out. I've seen him in these moods.
All right, got it. Everyone put your hands up. Turn around.
Here's sport catch.
I wonder what's on this.
A lot of people died to find out.
They get down in the city, we're gonna lose them. Well, what do you want me to do? Hit them with a wheel? Yeah, can you do that?
Never did it before, but I'll try. Won't be getting diplomatic immunity from that.
Now, in a special tribute, we will have the final episode of Les Carter's Newsbreakers with the late Carl Novak.
I'm going to take you back now, Carl, to August 7th, 1972. You're in the Tay Ninh province of Vietnam, and the then Colonel Thomas Walker is about to lead a group of 30 men on a patrol into the jungle. And would you please pick up the story there?
We'd been in battle for over 6 months. My nerves were gone. Colonel Walker's nerves were gone. We'd been living on adrenaline for months. The night before the mission, we made a pact. We knew that there was very little chance we would get back. Our high command had instructed us that we had to do the recon. There seemed no way out, and we were scared.
Here it comes.
We got up at 6:30 the next morning and shoved off. I was on point, Colonel Walker in the rear. We proceeded at least 10 clicks up the river, and then we gathered the squad in the small ravine. Colonel Walker and I told them that we were going to recon on up the river, and they were to wait for us, and we left them there.
And what happened then?
We had 2 M60 machine guns with us. We doubled back on our positions. I took a point on the right, Colonel Walker, he was on the left. At a signal from him, we opened fire on those 30 men. We left no one alive. We killed all of them.
Why did you do that, Carl?
There seemed no way out. We couldn't turn back unless there were no survivors. Colonel Walker fired a round into his own leg, and I picked him up and walked him out of there. We told our superiors that we had been ambushed and that all of our men had been killed. I know there's no way I can make up for this. I know there's no way to apologize to the families of those 30 men. It's a secret I've had to live with for 15 years. But I've found my God, and I know that he will guide me. I want to apologize to the American people and to all of those people who believed in me. May God have mercy on my soul.
I'd say that just about finishes off the career of General Thomas Walker.
We're going to put the boy one